Can we take a real quick second to talk about how gross and disappointing this podcast interview was? Now, I know all the girlies have been gassing up this interview since it went viral on TikTok and Twitter, but for me, it was sad. It was heartbreaking and it was infuriating. Why? Because this was a prime example of how neurodivergent people, specifically autistic, ADHD, and ADH people, are shamed and guilted and somewhat bullied for their special interests. Here's what I mean. Take a look.
Saturn. And I mean, you have this Saturn interlude. In preparing for this, I decided to I wanted to learn a little bit about Saturn. Here's a really interesting thing. Saturn has this thing called the Roche point. But the Roche point is different for every object that hits it, right? So
Sure, yeah.
the Roche point is...
Now, what you saw in that clip was an experience that all the ADHD, autistic people will know too well, especially those raised in narcissistic, toxic, dysfunctional, abusive families. This moment was Penn opening up about something he was really passionate about, something that excited him, something that interested him, something that had sent him down rabbit holes that he had had so much fun exploring. And then Bambi the Breathless decides to laugh at him. Now, she may not have come out and said it directly, but that laughter, when Penn was describing something that he thought was so sweet and important and kind and caring, and he wanted to share that special interest with her in a way that was like kind and loving to her, that laughter was meant to go, weird. Why is this smart kid talking? Weird. Stop being so weird. And you'll also notice that the other little girlies, the co-hosts, once she started laughing, they went, oh yeah, we're gonna laugh at him too. Penn, I just brushed it off like water off his back. I'm sure he experiences this all the time, and he's probably pretty aware of what's going on. But this reaction from Miss Ariana Grande, a very candid and real reaction, a real glimpse of who she is, and the reactions from the co-hosts, that is how these neurodivergent people get bullied and traumatized in their families. This is how they get shut out. This is how they get made to feel like they don't belong. It is as simple as laughing at them when they're trying to share something that's important to them. What do you think? Did this interview remind you of any bullying or guilting or shaming that you experienced when you were growing up in your toxic, dysfunctional, or narcissistic home? Let me know in the comments and follow for more.